we are the Town Square Media Storm Chasers. Tom Morgan, Dunner, McCann, and myself. How we doing? How we doing, guys? Todd Rank, 97.3 ESPN. Tom Morgan, 104.9 Sojo. We're out here at Summers Point as we begin this kind of trek the day after to try and see the effects of Hurricane Sandy. And as you can see, we are now on Bay Avenue in Summers Point. I think the cross street here is Mayran. You can see, as Kyle's showing you the view back over the bridge over to the Longport and the Margate area. This is the front yard of a home on Bay Avenue. You can get a shot. This is literally the bay that has been brought over into the front yard of these people's home. The devastation, as you can see, is left here. Now, the water has receded, and that's a good thing. Wow, this is a freezer for this restaurant, Philippe Chet. This is the freezer that they keep all of their meats, their juices, everything they need in here. This literally, Kyle, is supposed to be up against the restaurant. It literally lifted itself and floated and moved all the way around. You can come around back and see, and it actually gives you a good idea of where the water reached here last night. This was literally up against this restaurant. It lodged itself away by the water, and as you can see, Kyle, the water, I'm believing to have gone up to the beginning of the second window. You can kind of see, according to the color of the white shingles here, that this water could have been as high as, 10 feet, I would say. All right, my friends, we're in the truck, the Sojo truck. I'm here with Kyle, our digital guy. We got our sales guy, George Dunner, in here. We got Tom Morgan from 104.9 Sojo. We got myself, Todd Rank, 97.3 ESPN, all part of Town Square Media. It is a joint venture. As we are heading over, we are on the bridge from Summers Point to Ocean City, New Jersey, and we await and can only imagine what we are about to see as we come over the bridge. The police are there at the beginning of the bridge, not allowing everyone over, but for us, they're going to allow us to come over and hopefully get some images for you all to see exactly what's taking place just hours after the superstorm of Hurricane Sandy has come through these cities in South Jersey and the barrier islands as well. So we'll keep you informed, but we're heading over the bridge that connects Summers Point, New Jersey to Ocean City, New Jersey, and we will join you here briefly once we get over. We can only imagine what we're about.
Folks, we are literally standing in Ocean City, New Jersey, the day after Hurricane Sandy, and as you can see, the storm is not over yet. We're standing between Ocean and 11th Street right now, and friends who know 11th Street very well, it's a favorite spot to go during the summertime for Boardwalk, as we know.
Unfortunately, however, the winds continue here.
More calmer side of Ocean City in the sense of noise. We were just standing in a windstorm. You heard Todd Rank and saw him right in front of the beach. This time, the destruction is still quite evident.
We came around some power lines that have been down. There is going to be a lot to deal with over here in the coming days.
But just such an eerie calmness to what
we're here on the north end of Ocean City, New Jersey. As you can see, the power line dead ahead of us, almost about to come down at some point May with a little more gust of wind, which they're still getting over here on the island. We're going to try and make our way into Longport and into Margate and Ventnor and there above, and see if in fact we can get some sense of what happened and the damage done there. Ocean City overall structurally still in place. Just some wires down lines, some pillars, docks, a lot of debris, but that's to be expected. And again, probably some water damage within the homes on the first floor. We'll stay with you and bring you some more pictures. All right, folks, we were taking the, what is that called, Dunner? The Ocean City Longport Bridge to try and get across and get into Margate. Now, it looks like we can if we can get through this, but this is the debris that you're looking at that is now on the roads heading from Ocean City, New Jersey into Longport. We're going to do our best, and we're going to try and be as safe as possible. And if at some point it looks like there's too much debris, we will turn around and head back. But right now, we're going to try and make our way through. This is the road that will connect us into Longport and thus Margate. But it looks as though this debris might be too much for us to make through. Kyle's going to try and do his best. It looks like someone's already, you can see the tracks ahead of us. Someone's already tried, so maybe they've made it. And we're going to try and stay on their same path and get through this. But this is an unbelievable scene, an unbelievable sight. The bay meeting the ocean. Tree limbs on the side of the road. Now this is going to be the itchy part, Kyle. Can we get through? I think if we get there, we're in. And you're going to hug your side as best you can, Kyle. Hug your side.
How are we on this side?
Oh, okay, but hug yours. Hug those trees. Rub up against those trees if you have to, Kyle. All right, we're okay. We're all right. We're all right. We're in. Nicely done, Kyle. And I think we're clear. That, folks, you shouldn't do that. Only we will do that because we are personnel that need to get here. And we're trying to bring you the latest pictures of what has taken place. Unbelievable there, Kyle. That was a close call. Nicely driven. I'm coming. It does seem to be getting better, though, as we head north, Margate. The sand's becoming a little less. Still a little bit of flooding, but not overly aggressive. But a lot of sand off of each block coming off that block. A lot of sand.
So it's just a lot of people stayed
A lot of people stayed.
because there are a lot of people that shouldn't be here.
And, you know, they're taking a deep breath because they're exhaling.
That's where the water came up. You can see the line on the lawn.
I'll be honest, it
You
could
can
have
see
been
the
a
line
lot.
on all of these
Yeah.
lawns where the water came up.
It could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, Rob, you're exactly right. We're driving through Margate right now, and again, the theme is the sand. Every parking lot, every driveway is sand. We are seeing some places has mountains of sand, like is in 2 feet of sand. We're seeing flood areas with water at least 3 feet high. We actually walked through from our sister station, 97.3 ESPN, Todd Rank's apartment lobby, and the basement area. You could see where the water was. There is lines all over the wall, right about 3 feet high, where you could see the water was. We actually walked in his lobby. The smell of bay was certainly there. I mean, it was just the floors were all muddy and the debris was certainly there. But, Rob, in the midst of all this, there is good news. The farther north we go in Margate, the better it's getting. So there is still hope in the midst of all of this. But, again, this could take a couple days for all of this to get fixed. Not to mention the electrical work that needs to be done to get the power back on. But the water and the sand is the big issue. The water, and I'm just driving through right now. I mean, this is just unbelievable. And my friends here with Todd Rank and, of course, the Town Square News Network, we were driving our Sojo vehicle through Margate and seeing businesses with boards patched up on walls and sandbags on doors. Rob, it's like a scene from a movie here, and unfortunately, it's a very good movie. So, Rob, we're going to continue to keep you posted. We are driving north to Atlantic City. We're going to see my apartment as well, and, well, I'm hoping for all the best.
This water's pretty heavy right here.
How did Roberts fare?
Wow. That water is heavy.
Well, it's mixed feelings, Rob, because a part of me really wants to know what's going on, and a part of me is a little scared, a little anxious. You know, my building has some advantages, but at the same time, it is on the boardwalk, and we are hearing reports of parts of the boardwalks being destroyed. So one can only hope for the best and prepare for the worst, but as we continue to drive further north, we will continue to keep you posted. And this is my apartment building. This is the first time that I have visited my building since Hurricane Sandy. Here are my windows. Now, apparently, I don't think we're going to be able to go through our lobby because my landlord's prepared this place very well. The sandbags are blocking the doors, which is a very good sign that water can't be entered into the lobby. As you can see, 2 separate doors right here. Obviously, a big concern will be the basement area, the laundry room, the basement, but my apartment, my personal apartment, here are my windows right here. And as you can see, these windows are still intact. God forbid I left something cracked open, but I'm looking at the windows here. Everything's good. They said to me that these windows can withstand 125 mile per hour winds, so I believe them now. This is a very good sign. Now again, I can't go inside my apartment because the sandbags are blocking the doors, but one can only hope. Now, Raleigh Avenue is very well known to be flooded even in the lightest of rains. It's the first to flood. I have actually literally swam to my car before at one point, before an appearance in Valleys. So this is a good sign that the water is coming down really quick. But as you can see, there is the debris here. The boardwalk is still intact, which is a very good sign. My biggest fear was how bad is the boardwalk going to be? But I fear that it's going to be quite weak. You can see the water.
We're in North Brigantine, and as you can see, the size of this tree, uprooted. I think Tom, and I'm here with Tom from 104.9 Sojo, I'm Todd with 97.3 ESPN, all Town Square Media. You know, Tom, I think we got a little bit ahead of ourselves when we first came in on the south side of Brigantine,
right.
Expecting to see the worst and didn't really. Now we're in North Brigantine, and this is what we're seeing, and now we're getting cut off where we can't even see the length or the depths of what really has taken place here on Brigantine.
Well, Todd, you're exactly right. And we talked about this on the way here. It was interesting how long it took for us to be granted to drive through Brigantine. The authorities took a long time to decide if it was okay for press to go through. And as we were driving on the south end of Brigantine, we were saying, well, this isn't too bad. But I knew inside my head, there's something else. And as you can see, and I think this is probably the smallest of what could be down farther that way. And we were not allowed to go farther down that way. They turned us down, but from a distance we could see the amount of sand and dirt, the poles being down, the usual stuff. And I think with the exception of the no water here, this is close to what we saw in Ocean City.
Yeah.
This is close to what we saw. I can't even imagine the amount of destruction that we could be seeing farther down that road.
You can see in the distance the white picket fence across the way, Tom, has been compromised, and that is now down. We saw to my left here is the North Brigantine Water Tower, and it is surrounded by water. It is, I believe, North Brigantine is completely still underwater, and that is what we have not seen in any other barrier island that we've been through today.